The ProArt 4070 Ti is just smooth. That is the best way to describe it. This has been one of the best pickups I've had in terms of improving my content creator workflow that I've done this year. It is such a great card. Now, we know what it does from a gaming perspective, so I'm not really going to focus on that. The benchmark and the specs are already there. I'm really going to focus on this from a creator standpoint, because even this card is really more focused on content creators with the ProArt series, which the look of this card is so beautiful. It's got this classy, elegant, classic look. I guess the best way to describe it, that ProArt design, that nice black and with the gold trimming and lettering. It's just a really nice looking card. It has a triple fan design, which the fans are pretty much silent. I never hear them actually kick on, surprisingly. And it just keeps the card nice and cool. The card itself isn't even that bulky, because I'm upgrading from a 3070 Ti, which you can compare. You can see the size I have between the two of them right here. And you can see it's a much thinner card and it isn't as bulky. It's even thinner than most other 4070 Ti, so it fits in a 2.5 inch slot. So it slid right into my system without a problem. I really like that I haven't had to lose more slots. I have a big heavy card. It does come with a GPU bracket if you need to hold it up, which actually doubles as a screwdriver, which I didn't figure out until much later, because I didn't really need it. But it's nice to have it, and it's in that ProArt design. It's nice and elegant. Everything about this card is just very classy. I thought I was going to miss the RGB, but I actually don't. And I think I might be making a ProArt build the next time. I think I'm going to be upgrading my system, because there's something about this look I really, really like. Another nice thing is that it came with the adapters for the new power connection that this comes with. This worked perfectly with my power supply without me having to add anything to it. I really did like that, and it's been working smooth. I haven't had any hiccups. I'm using about, I believe, a 650 watt power supply, and that's been perfectly fine. And I thought I was gonna have problems, but I haven't so far. Now, a graphics card can look good, but it has to perform, and I have to be honest here. The 4070 Ti performed. It's been one of the best graphics cards I've ever used in terms of content creating. What really makes a difference is I've been using a 3070 Ti for a couple of years right now, and that 8 gigabytes of RAM really felt limiting, and going to the 12 gigabytes of RAM, which I originally wanted 16, but I have to jump up to the 4080, and that was a lot more expensive to jump up to that. But the 12 gigabytes has been very fine for me. I haven't had any issues with it, and it's really had that kick up. I typically edit in 4K. The codecs I use H.265, a mix of 10-bit 420 or 8-bit 420 for you guys editors that kind of want to know. I've had no problems cutting through footage, running through the timelines, nice and smooth. If I do any color grading, it's very light color grading and able to adjust things without any sort of bog downs. Now, you might see the memory bandwidth to be less than 192 bits, but honestly, it hasn't really affected anything. It's just been improved across the board. Even when I export, I mean, the export times, something with these dual encoders, this new CUDA cores, there's something there that NVIDIA has been doing that is just amazing. Usually when I used to edit 4K video, typically if it's a 5-minute video, it would take around 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, kind of depending upon that in terms of export times. Some of these videos that are like 4 to 5 minutes, I have been kicking out and exporting in seconds, sometimes under a minute. It's been crazy fast to the point where it's like, I can't believe this is done already. And I will look to say there's got to be some error, got to be something that's messed up with it. But no, it's exported out perfectly fine. It's been a just amazing experience. I mean, the 40 series gets a lot of crap, especially from the gaming community, and I've done videos on that myself, but I do remember saying on this channel that I really felt that the 40 series was more for creators, and getting one finally, this really confirms it for me that a lot of the improvements and things that are inside the 40 series cards is really geared more towards the creator community. Not saying gamers don't get an advantage, they do obviously, but the creators out there, if you're looking at a new card, 40 series really is where it's at, especially the 4070 Ti. If you really don't want to jump up to that 4080 because you don't want to spend too much on that price, honestly, I think the 12 gigabytes of RAM is just going to be enough, especially if you're mainly doing 4K work for YouTube and things like that. I think you'll be just fine. If you're a content creator and you really want to see an improvement, the 40 series cards is something I definitely recommend checking out, just like I recommend this video right here, which is whatever YouTube recommends, because I don't have a direct video to throw you over to. So check that video out and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.